second day of Medical Hyderabad. The company is called FoodMed Telco Diagnostics. The representative of the company. Hi sir, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Bhupesh. I am from the Modern Medi Health Healthcare Media Networks.
Okay.
We are the partner of this event.
Uh-huh.
So could you please tell me something brief about your company and about your products?
Yeah, we are a 25 years old company and we are into medical equipment business for last 25 years and we are specializing in super
USP of your product, if I say about if you compare with the other companies.
USP of our product in the sense we are basically solutions provider.
Right.
So we don't we are not like any sales company which is just promoting a product and then selling that particular product. So we customize solutions for customers. So when you take all the hospitals, you have hospitals in rural centers, peripheral centers, corporate hospitals. No two hospitals are same. So each hospital, we need to budget the requirement of that hospital and accordingly we should cater to their needs rather than just trying to sell a product. There are a lot of nitty-gritties, there is a lot of work involved in terms of support solutions. We give long-term support solutions for all these customers because these are projects where their break-even takes long time. And when you take medical device industry, 90% of the products are imported products only. And very few products are manufactured in India and those are all small-scale products and consumers. Basically, we don't have the resources in India. Basically, the shortfall is in terms of ICs, components, electronic components, plastic industry. That is where we are lagging behind China actually. So that is why manufacturing is still in a very nascent stage in India. Even though the medical industry is very old in India,
Right.
there is no support systems right now. And a lot of regulatory issues also in India, unlike in China, where the free trade is very good for export especially. The Chinese market is a very open market where there are thousands of companies which are in the hub actually when you look at Shenzhen or Shanghai or Beijing. Whereas here in India, we don't have medical hubs and there is no support from electronic industry and everything we have to import for manufacturing. That is the only drawback.
So as you already mentioned, sir, my another question is already you mentioned it, the point, the compliances. As far as the compliances of the government, that's very, the complex compliances over here.
Yeah.
So if you can compare with the other countries like the China and other
No,
parts of
even
the...
if you look at a country like US, there is US is a very open market because we buy a lot of resources from US and US market is an example where you can see anywhere in the world 50% of the sale of medical devices across the globe is shared by US, nearly 40 to 50%. And they are very open market, unlike in India. In India, like what is happening is because of the new regulatory situation, the medium-sized and small-scale MSMEs, they are not able to flourish because of the lack of capital, as one example. And second thing is they cannot invest so much on the regulatory aspects. Because for medical devices, right now, all the companies are having to shell out 10 to 15 lakhs for registering each product, whether you are an importer or a manufacturer. So, going forward, the systems should be more open so that like China, for example. China is flourishing because there is a very open market for export. They allowed their local manufacturing also to flourish like anything. In order to support that, the regulatory has to be more time scale rather than rushed through because there are a lot of complexities. We have a lot of hurdles in the customs also. For every shipment, they keep holding the shipment for every reason.
So do you have any kind of changes, after the pandemic, the 2 long pandemic years, do you have any kind of changes?
Now the medical business will flourish like anything. The reason for that is all the elective work had stopped for a couple of years. So most of the hospitals, they were catering to only the pandemic.
Right.
And they were not able to sustain their regular income. So the hospitals which were treating for coronavirus, they were very successful. And many hospitals tried to get into the race and were giving very poor service for that matter. But whereas the hospitals which had already been very well equipped and had good faculty to to cater to critical issues concerning corona or any infectious disease. So they were able to manage the patients very well, and they have flourished further so that they have enough revenue stream to restart their elective surgeries. So since the March of 2022, all the hospitals are doing very well in elective surgeries. Basically, they are having supplies problem basically because of the CDSCO and regulatory issues. So all the supplies are getting delayed by 6 months, 6 to 9 months. So there is lot of shortfall in the consumables coming into India. One reason is that there is no Make in India for that.
Right.
And very few companies manufacture for the super specialties. Unlike the regular products like masks or gloves and all this stuff, the syringes and all that, there are umpteen companies handling those type of products. Whereas for niche products, for super specialties and critical care, there is always a real concern right now because supplies are not coming in time. And on top of that, the regulatory issues. And basically, we are 90% import market. The problem is that because of the Ukraine issue and the European countries are facing a lot of issues because of Ukraine, their supplies have come down heavily.
Right.
And because of the pandemic, the other problem is from the Silicon Valley and from many companies, from Texas Instruments or many of the IC companies, their manufacturing time scale has gone to 9 months and 12 months right now. So we were getting components for manufacturing within 1 month, whatever supplies. The original products are taking more than 7-8 months right now. Because of that, manufacturing industry is also little concerned. This is where the situation is.
So if I say, sir, is there any message for the government part? What's your message to the government? What
Free
kind
the
of,
regulations.
suppose your expectations?
Make the regulations more eco-friendly, more friendly to the medium scale or micro MSME industries, so that not the big companies alone. Like there are many cottage industries here. In most of the states, there are industries where they have 10 to 20 employees. Those type of companies should also flourish because they are the bread and butter for the entire medical devices. Because medical device industry in India is very old and it is run by many companies, medium and small scale companies, and most of them have biomedical expertise. So when the regulations come, we are really focused more to support the large scale or big companies alone. They are not supporting the medium scale industry. That is where they have to open up and give more scope for the medium scale industry.
So thanks a lot, sir, for giving your precious time, and all the best for another 2 days.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for available time for Modern Medi Health Healthcare Media Networks. Thank you.